Hello everyone. So in this part of the video, we are going to be learning the various properties of a data frame. Okay. So what are the properties that we're going to be looking at? They are axis, columns, index, dtypes, shape, size, and values. Okay. Now, as I'm reading this, some of these properties must have clicked in your mind when you think about NumPy arrays or data series. Yeah, some of these properties we have seen even there. So let's get started. The first property that we are going to be looking at is the axis property. Okay, now we know a data frame is a two-dimensional figure and it has two axes associated with it. The row axis, which is called the index, and the column axis, which is called columns. Or axis 0, which is your index, and axis 1 is the columns. So it will tell you what your axis, both the axes are. Okay, it will tell you in terms of the labels. Okay, so if you see in the data frame, in the diagram that is given there, you have not given a row label or an index label. So it follows the default indexing, that is starting at 0 and going to 1, 2, 3, and so on. Whereas you've specified the column labels, your roll number, name, class, subject, sub1, sub2, they're all column labels. So what does this attribute do? It will tell you what your row labels are and what your column labels are. In short, it will tell you what is your index label and what is your column names. Okay. Now, in this scenario, since we'll see it, since we did not give any index labels, that is row labels, it uses a function called range index. You remember the function called range? Similar to that. Okay, it says start is equal to 0. Yes, your first row label is 0. Where did it end? At 3. It says stop is equal to 4. So we know when we looked at the range function also, when we were doing for loop, that when you say stop at 4, it doesn't stop at 4, it always stops before 4. And what is the step value? Step value says how does it get incremented from its start value. And if you see the row labels, it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So step value is positive 1. Okay, so in this example, it's giving you the first axis as range index because it's an automatically generated index label. Suppose you had assigned an index label. We have seen, can we assign roll number instead of a column as the index label? Yes, you remember a parameter called index call in the creation of a data frame. Okay, so let us assume that roll number was your index label and you did not have the default index label. Then in that scenario, it wouldn't show range index, it would say index and a list showing you all the roll numbers that you have specified. Here I've said 1, 2, 3, 4. It would say 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, it would tell you D type is equal to either int 32 or int 64, depending upon your system. Now here, because it's using the range index method, the automatic numbering method, we know the index, the range function only talks about integers. So it's not telling you the D type. Okay. Now the second element that it shows you, again the word index, but can you see what it is showing you? It is showing you all the column labels. And after that, at the end, can you see D type is equal to object? This D type is equal to object is the data type of the column labels. Okay. You would have got D type is equal to whatever, even with index labels or row labels, provided you had given an index value. Because it is an automatically generated one through this range index statement, it is going to be an integer anyways. Clear? So what is the output going to be? It's going to be a list. The first part of the list talks about the index labels or the row labels. The second part of the list talks about the column names and its data type. Okay, let's go to the next property or attribute. It's called columns. This one will only specify the column labels. So axis specifies both index labels, which is row label, and column labels. This will only specify the column labels. This is exactly what we got in the previous slide. The only thing is, in the previous slide, we got both the labels. Here, I'm only going to be getting the column labels. And in the next one, we will see that I'm only going to be getting the index labels, that's the row labels. And because here it was generated automatically, that's why we get that range index function, which says it started at 0 and stopped at 1 less than 4, and step value is 1. And like I said, if you have given some row labels, it would show you those row labels along with the data type. Okay, so axis gives you both the indexes, columns gives you only the column labels, and index gives you only the row labels. Okay, then going to D types. Okay, in NumPy and in series, data series, we learned D type. That's because each of them, whether it's a NumPy array or a series, they're homogeneous kind, one data type, correct? Now, when you look at this data frame, roll number is an integer, name is a string, class is a string, subject marks are all integers. So every column could be a different data type. So what is D types function going to, attribute going to do is give you the data type of each column in the data frame. So how are you going to see it? It will tell you that roll number is so and so, name, we know that strings are called objects here. Name is object, class is object, and same with all the other columns. Is that clear? Okay. Next one is shape. Okay. Now, what does the shape attribute do? It gives you a tuple where the first element of the tuple will tell you how many rows does your data frame have. In this scenario, 4. And the second element of the tuple will tell you how many columns does your data frame have. So in this scenario, 8. So what do you expect to see when I write df.shape is 4,8. Mind you, what does df stand for? Df stands for a data frame that you have created and stored it in a variable called df. Okay. So I'm not showing you the creation part. We have already learned the creation of data frames, whether it's from a CSV file, whether it's from a dictionary or a list or whatever. Okay, so the shape function is going to give you the number of rows followed by how many columns are there. Okay, now when it comes to size, size talks about the total number of elements in your data frame. Now, your data frame could also consist of elements which are NaN values. That means not a number value or null values. Even that is going to be counted. In short, it's very easy to know what the size attribute will do if you know the shape. We got the shape as 4,8. Size is nothing but 4 multiplied by 8. Obviously, if you have 4 rows and 8 columns, how many elements will you have? It's 4 into 8, which is 32. Okay, but here you need to remember that size will include, when it counts, it will count NaN values as well. Okay, and the last property that we are going to look at is values. Now, what does values mean? Each row in the data frame is a value. So 1, Pooja, 12A, 55, 56, 66, 45, 44 is a value. So it shows you that as one value, another one, but now the answer here is given as a nested list. Okay, why nested list? Because it's not just one row, no? There are many rows there, and each row comes within a list element. So this is what you are going to be seeing. Is that clear? So I hope all the 7 attributes are clear, or properties are clear. You had the axis attribute, which tells you, what is your row labels and what are your column labels. Then there is columns, which tells you only the column labels. Then there is index, which tells you only the index labels. Then we had shape, which tells you how many rows and columns do you have. Then you had size, which tells you, how many elements do you have. Then you had, okay, did we miss out something? D types, yes. D types, which tells you what's the data type, okay? And what's the data type? It's not just one, it's not a homogeneous structure, okay? So it's data type of each column. And the last one is values, where it shows you each row of your data frame as a list. So it's a nested list. So it's a bigger list. And within the list, there are small lists where each list is one row of the table, as you see here. So I hope the attributes are, clear to you and you don't have any doubts. Okay, bye. See you in the next video.